Greetings, I'm your host, Dr. Wolfula, and Happy New Year, everyone. Okay, maybe happy's a strong word here. It's just a new year, and it's definitely not happy. And speaking of new, I have a new kind of video to the channel for you guys that I call Doc's Fan Mail. I got a P.O. box so viewers could finally send me mail without knowing my address, and probably murdering me because I didn't like the Fantasy Island movie or for some other stupid reason. The P.O. box is Dr. Wolfula, P.O. Box 618-305, Orlando, Florida 32861. Now, I'm not proud of the fact that my P.O. box is in Florida, but I don't really live there. It's just to keep people off my trail. I send Goulash off hitchhiking to grab my mail for me. Usually takes a few weeks, but it's worth it for some peace of mind. Feel free to send me letters, movies to review, or even death threats, and I'll address them in these vids. But enough background. On to what I've received in the mail the past few months. First, let's start with the packages. As many of you know, last year I reached 100,000 subscribers after 10 long years, but due to technicalities, YouTube wouldn't send me a silver play button to commemorate the occasion. A fan by the handle of TS Littlebat on Instagram went out of their way, though, to make me a lovingly horrific rendition of a play button, the YouTube logo made from stapled together flesh with an eye in the center. Better than the actual thing and far more unique. Thank you for such a kind gift, Littlebat. I'm truly honored. Up next, I gotta mention these cute yarn-woven dolls of me, Goulash, me dressed as Santa, and even a little Scooby-Doo. These dolls were made by Ashley in Texas, who runs an Etsy craft shop called Magpie Creations. You can find more of her work on Instagram and Facebook, and you can even buy your own Dr. Wolfula doll from her. Thanks for these kind gifts, Ashley. I'll treasure them always. Moving on, Stitches from Canada sent this lovely Funko Pop of me, customized from a Chewbacca figure. She actually sent me 3 and even some stickers of Goulash and I, so I might do a giveaway of them in the future. Thank you so much for making these cute figures, Stitches. Next up, Sydney from Michigan sent me her paintings of Goulash and I in honor of my 10-year anniversary. They're wonderful renditions of us, Sydney, and I'll gladly hang them up in my office. Thank you so much. And speaking of portraits, Miss Kyle Art on Instagram also sent this framed illustration of me, marking the start of October last year. I'll also make sure this goes up on the wall. Thanks so much for the art. Sue from Colorado sent me a book called The Irish Insult Generator to use on Goulash. Goulash is a cross-eyed sap with a voice like a banshee. Now that's a winner. Sue also sent me a VHS of the film My Teacher Ate My Homework, starring Shelley Duvall, for me to review. Now I just need to figure out where I put my VCR. Thanks, Sue. The final package is from Kyle in North Dakota, who sent me a short horror film working title for my evaluation. The premise of the short is a horror author with writer's block winding up in the story he was writing, which is a cliched slasher scenario, and it gives the author an opportunity to better understand his characters and see them more as people instead of disposable victims. It's an interesting story with some good cinematography, casting, and some funny dialogue. I do have to say, though, that some of the action moments could have used more dynamic staging, and there was some distracting audio moments where there was some background noise during dialogue. Technical issues aside, the short is done really well on a low budget and is an impressive early effort in Kyle's career, so keep it up. Now let's move on to the correspondence, the letters. Chris from Iowa sent me Christmas cards of myself and Goulash. Well, who else can say they ever got a Christmas card of themselves? Thanks, Chris. Vicky from Virginia sent me a Christmas card letting me know her favorite vid of mine is the review of Jack Frost, along with sending me a glittery monogram ornament for my Christmas tree. This'll really liven up 2021's tree, Vicky. Gamble from Jacksonville sent me a Christmas card as well, wishing me a Merry Christmas and also hoping for a visit to his brewery in Jacksonville, Veterans United Craft Brewery. Maybe I'll have Goulash swing by next time I send him out hitchhiking, but if you're ever in the Jacksonville area, give Veterans United Craft Brewery a visit. Finally, Pedro from Pennsylvania sent me a letter letting me know that my videos were a big influence on his life and helped him get into the horror genre at an early age in the 3rd grade when the stuff still terrified him. I've heard that from a lot of folks, actually. It doesn't fortunately age me, but it's nice that my comedic approach to the horror genre helped ease kids into becoming horror fans and not being scared of them as much. It might be a bad thing, though, because it kind of means I might have made scary movies not actually scary for people, but still, at least I'm reaching folks. Now, if you can't physically mail me something, don't feel left out. You can also email me a question at drwolfulafanmail@gmail.com, and I might answer your message in one of these videos. I'll cap off this vid by answering 5 questions sent to me through email. Con Gular asked, "Hi Doc, I absolutely love the intros you've made over the years, but I've always been curious as to how you've been able to use so many copyrighted copyrighted songs in them. Well, I haven't gotten away with using copyrighted music. The copyrighted music I've used is almost always matched by YouTube's content ID, which is why last year I stopped using copyrighted music completely and instead used royalty-free music I bought the rights to use, which has been worth it just to be able to monetize most of my vids now. Try to avoid using copyrighted music if you can, folks. The King of the Fat asked, did you see The Rise of Skywalker, and if so, what did you think? Rise of Skywalker was easily the worst Star Wars movie to me. You know, I was hopeful for the new trilogy, and I did like the new characters and the casting of the sequels. I liked the potential of the new characters and seeing what happened to old characters. The visuals of the sequel trilogy were largely great besides the questionable CGI moments JJ did. Last Jedi especially looked really cool, but good casting, good visuals, and a good score mean absolutely nothing if the story is bad, and the sequel trilogy was aimless. JJ just winged writing it, and it shows, and then he left it to Rian Johnson to figure out what happens next with absolutely no roadmap. The films lacked a central vision and basically wasted the time of the old and new cast members and all the talented artists that put the movies together. It's a shame, but even though the sequel trilogy sucked, I do gotta say I really hated some of the extreme reactions fans had toward the people involved with the films. Criticize the movies, don't attack the people who make them. Casey Simpson asked, if you had the perfect weapon of mass destruction, who would you target first? Oh, that's easy. I'd blow up Norway. Those Norwegians know what they did. Bruno Velasco asked, favorite Hex Girl? Oh, that's easy, Dusk. She's got kind of that Jennifer Tilly and Bride of Chucky thing going with her look. Blonde goth chicks are hot, and she looks like she has an attitude. She looks like she's pissed off all the time. That's what I'm into. Yeah. MCowLol asked, hey Doc, what made you want to do YouTube, and why did you stay loyal to the platform for so long? I wanted to do YouTube videos just because I liked writing and editing and figured this would be a decent outlet and opportunity to practice those skills. I probably would have stopped using YouTube years ago if it wasn't for all the support I've gotten from fans, as evidenced by this video you're watching. I actually have one extra segment dedicated to answering questions from some true Wolfulite supporters of my Patreon and channel memberships. Forever Forgiven asked, will Dr. Wolfula or Goulash ever be interested in reviewing horror games? There's been some game content on the channel, but not much recently. I'd like to do more. I do love video games, but making a game review is much more involved comparing to reviewing a 90-minute movie. A game can take hours to complete, and then compiling all the footage can be tough. It can end up taking a lot of time away from other videos. Maybe I'll at least do some new Let's Plays or game streams and some short game reviews soon, though. Ryan J. Navarro Cote asked, when is Goulash starting his OnlyFans? Never if I have anything to say about it. Sickle66 asked, hey Doc, I got a short question. How do you stay motivated to make videos after all this time? What motivates me most of all is the fans, especially in increasing my output of videos over the years, but the other motivation is a desire to chat about movies and my other interests with other people, spark conversation, and help keep some obscure stuff out there more relevant. Sassy Pants Gregoric asked, why won't YouTube send you the subscriber play button? Basically, I got a strike on my channel a few months before reaching 100,000 subscribers. The strike was for my 7-minute Rawhead Rex review from 9 years ago, which is a very dumb reason for me to get a strike. It was the first strike on my channel ever, and it is very likely the reason why I didn't get the silver play button. The strike has since expired, and my channel is in good standing again, which is good, I guess. Robert Grinnell asked, I teach Krav Maga, and I would be happy to teach you new ways to hurt Goulash. Interested? Of course I am. I'm always opening to expanding my means to punish that green fuck. Dr. Golddry Bowser asked, if you had a choice to watch or play any horror anime stuff, what would you choose and be your favorite series? The unfortunate thing with this question is I don't know any horror anime stuff to begin with in order to answer the question. Sorry. Finally gonna cap this video off with some shoutouts to Peeps. Listen to the Podmortem podcast wherever podcasts are available. It's a great horror podcast featuring weekly reviews of classic films, their latest episode covering the original Evil Dead. Link in the description to listen to the podcast. Isaiah the Vargas 1117 runs a YouTube poop channel I've collaborated with in the past that's dedicated to Scooby-Doo and Simpsons Treehouse of Horror vids. Link in the description to subscribe to him. Check out Tony R. Tucker's new book, The Skittering and Other Tales, a horror short story collection available as an ebook on Amazon today. Also, if you can't get enough of crochet, follow Carmen's Facebook page, Kitten Mittens Crochet, where you can find more cute horror dolls. Lastly, thank you to Ryan Keiss, who actually sent the package addressed from Sue. Anyway, that's it for the fan mail, folks. Thanks for reaching out to me. I might do more vids like this every couple of months, so feel free to send me a letter. Again, you can reach me at Dr. Wolfula, P.O. Box 618-305, Orlando, Florida 32861. Or if you'd rather email me, drwolfulafanmail@gmail.com. Thanks again, everybody. If you liked this video, like it, and if you loved it, journey further into the Wolfula by clicking the subscribe and bell buttons to find out when all of my latest videos and streams go live. This video was brought to you by my kind supporters on Patreon, whose names are scrolling by. Support the channel today on Patreon and get access to bonus movie and TV commentaries, audiobooks, comic readings, film live streams, and credits at the end of videos. Finally, I'd like to give a very special thanks to my true Wolfulite supporters on Patreon and my YouTube channel memberships for their pledges. Their support is greatly appreciated and helps the channel and my dark influence continue to grow. Thank you all once more from the bottom of my evil heart for your help. Alrighty, Dr. Wolfula signing out. See you all next time at the Wolfula.